Welcome back to Balance While Blooming. My name is Bridget, and today we are going to talk about setting and achieving goals. But if you are new here, please feel free to hit the subscribe button, like, and comment your thoughts throughout the video. I'm a wife, a stepmom, and an entrepreneur. I have multiple passion projects, and I work a full 9 to 5. So me setting goals and achieving goals is so important, but balancing my life is even more important to me. So I want to talk about what Brian Tracy says in his book, Eat That Frog. It's 21 great ways to stop procrastinating and get more done in less time. I'm going to kind of run through his 7 steps of goal setting and really keep this as basic as possible for you guys, because I want this to be a video that you can come back to every time you want to goal set or achieve your goals. And if you want to see me achieving my goals and see kind of behind the scenes of my day-to-day life, follow me on Instagram and you will get more tips and tricks over there. So let's jump right into the video. So first things first, you need to be very clear on what you want. Clarity is a huge thing when it comes to goal setting. Not only do you have to know where you want to be, who you want to be, and how you're going to get there, you want to know why and understand why you want that specific goal. So step 1 is to decide exactly what you want. You need to be very clear on what you want because you don't want to do something that you actually don't need to do. There's no point of doing work that gets you nowhere. Busy work is like a time killer for setting goals. So a technique that I like to do is I like to set out my 10 major goals that if I was to die tomorrow to have a perfect life, all of these 10 things would need to get done. Then I rank them from 1 to 10 on what I would want right now if I could. And 10 would be like, oh, that'd be nice. It would be ideal, but I don't need it right now. Once I do that, I take my top 3, understand that I still need to prioritize those and choose the one and get very clear on exactly why I want it, who the person is, if I was that I want to be, and how do I get there, and what do the people who already have it do every single day. That's kind of how I get clarity. Step 2 is to write it down. It is known that only 3% of adults have written and clear goals, and of that 3%, they achieve 5 to 10 times more than people who are in the same skill level, knowledge than them, or even a little bit higher. So that means they're achieving more than the people that they are surrounded with that are in the same class of not only skill but knowledge, or even one level up, which is amazing. Now, paper is going to be your best tool. You do need to write it out. Your hand does need to feel it, but feel free to do it digitally as well so that you can reread it and really get crystal clear on that's your goal. Because if it is just a want and a fantasy, you're very unclear of what you want because it's not written down. It's something in your brain, and our brain changes what we want a million times a day. We have too many thoughts to be very clear on what we want, and you being able to see it repeatedly is going to make all the difference. Setting a deadline. So set a deadline for this goal. When do you want it by, and what are some sub deadlines that you need as well? Because if you have no urgency and you have no progress or journey, you're not going to do it. You are going to procrastinate and you're never going to be able to complete your job. Also, don't make your deadline too far away that you have no journey to start right now. Be very clear that you want to balance life and you want to balance it all. So it may not be able to be done someone who isn't as busy as you in 6 months. Maybe you do need to give yourself a year, but understand in that year you're going to be working as hard, or if not harder, to plan that into your life as someone else. Okay. And my timeline and your timeline needs to be completely different because we are living completely different lives. Number 4 is to make a list of everything and anything you need to achieve. Make that running list. Make sure it breaks down every single process that needs to be done in the progress, and you keep track of every single thing you need to get done. As you think of things you need to start jotting it down, even if it's throughout the process of you doing that, being like, oh my gosh, towards the end, I'm going to need to do this. Add it to that list and consistently come back and cross through the things that you've done, because your brain will be like, I've gotten that stuff done, and keep the momentum going. Now, with that list, you want to organize a plan. You want to have arrows. You want to have a list. You want to have some crazy diagram, right? But you do need to set it in priority in a sequence. You need to make sure that everything that is necessary to get done gets done, and that you aren't doing something that should be done at the end at first. And make sure you do your hardest task that you give yourself that day first to push that momentum and keep it as efficient as possible, because the little tasks can be done throughout, but make sure your big tasks are getting done in the timelines that you are giving it, okay? And try to group as many of the like-minded tasks together as possible, because that will also help you achieve in a shorter amount of time. Number 6 is to take action immediately. Once you have that plan, really try to start in the next day or two, or as soon as you can, because yes, you may not have a perfect plan, but also people who wait for perfect get nothing done. So take that average plan, really start to tweak it as you go, and make it the perfect plan. Make it that goal at the end of the day, and do something to get you closer to success, because you doing nothing is actually not you achieving your goal at all. So just remember that. And with that being said, do something every single day that moves you closer to that major goal. Make sure you are doing a task daily. I don't care if it is 1 task or 10 tasks. It needs to be at least 1 every single day, and never miss a day, because that's how you're going to be consistent and create that momentum and have the excitement that you had when you were setting that clear goal to get you where you want to be. And you'll actually be surprised how much more you accomplish in a shorter amount of time. So those are the 7 steps. I want to be really clear that you need to be always thinking about your goal. You need to review it daily. You need to take action daily and do the most important task first. Having that clear written goal is what's going to motivate you to not procrastinate on it. And the bigger and clearer your goal is, the more excited you are to do it. So get really clear, know what you want, and complete that goal. And I hope to see you guys soon. I come out with budgeting videos, mindset videos, reset videos, time management, all of the above that is going to help you bloom into the person you want to be. And I want you to be really realistic that we are all busy, we are all living balanced lives, and we can all achieve exactly what we want with doing the things that we need to do while doing the things we want to do. And check out my other videos, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram if you haven't already, and I will see you guys soon. Bye guys.